country in the world, and it is worth fighting for. It is worth bleeding for, and if it takes it, it's worth dying for the greatest country that this world has ever seen.
Here, America. What's up, everybody? It is Thursday. It is the end of the week for the show. We got, technically one more day, but what do you say? Let's start an early weekend, guys. Let's start a little party. Let's have a little fiesta. Come on. It's good to see you guys. Happy Thursday. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody got a good night's sleep. Where are my Patriots at, man? I want to see that American flag floating in there. Let me drop a couple of them in the chat right there. Pow, 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 until it says I can't post anymore. Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing, man? Did you feel good? Do you feel good after yesterday? I hope some of you maybe bought the dip and soared on the stock market a little bit yesterday. Interesting stuff going on in our world. Plenty to get into today. Todd and Tony are here, and we are going to have fun. That's what we are dedicating this day to. Don't forget, Tuesday night after Maggie Moo's show, Tuesday evening, we will announce the time. We're going to jump on our Rumble channels, and we're going to have a little comedy night. We're going to have a little fun. We're going to show some funny reels. We're going to give you an opportunity to laugh. We're going to do that because it's tax day, if you still do that sort of thing, with this crazy government, now that you know that your money's been completely wasted. Now, you always knew it, but it's been thoroughly confirmed at this point. Please join us for that. It'll be a good time. We'll come up with a name for it. We'll call it something, but it's just going to be, we need to laugh, man. We need to laugh, and it's going to be a good time. I want to tell you guys also, before you get out of here today, you got a little time because we're going to talk to you for the next hour. You better hit that like button below that video. I need you to blow up the chat. I need you to comment. We got a little CLC coming today. We got some things to celebrate. We got some good news. We got some laughs on the way. And we're going to talk about China a little bit. China, I don't know. I just missed the way he said China. You ever notice how China's government, like I was reading something yesterday, and I was reminded of how we have forgotten to remind ourselves about China. China's government, I mean, they basically treat scandals the way people treat their credit card bills. They just ignore it, bury it, and maybe build a firewall around it, problem solved. We don't talk about it, right? I want to remind you guys of something China did, a little thing called COVID. Remember COVID? Yes, it definitely started in one of their freaking labs. It started in their lab. They lied about it, starting in their lab. We were penalized by big tech and social media and all the platforms if we talked about it starting in a lab. We were told that there was no evidence of that. Listen, cuz, if your roommate comes home every night with a suspicious cough and a chicken in his backpack, you're going to have some questions. And if he says, no, it came from the wet market right after he bulldozed the wet market, and then deletes your questions from the group chat, you're going to have some questions that are even bigger than the ones you already had. Now, I'm looking at you, China. Don't even get them. Don't even try asking any questions inside China. Folks, China's not a country. China's a group project where one guy writes all the reports and essays, and if you disagree, you get to go to a re-education center, which sounds like a summer school if summer school had barbed wire, zero human rights, and executions. Human rights in China is just something they scroll past on the way to building another surveillance camera. I swear there's more surveillance cameras and facial recognition systems in China than there are faces, and there's 1.2 billion of those. They got this thing called a social credit system. You've heard of it, right? That's what they're talking about implementing here. That's the thing which basically is basically a Yelp review for human beings. You get points for good behavior like recycling or praising Xi Jinping's haircut, but you lose points for petty crimes like jaywalking, free speech, or existing as a Uyghur Muslim slave. But don't worry. The government says everything's fine, and if you disagree, they'll just edit your memory or your internet history or your existence. It's like living in the world's strictest HOA where the homeowner's a billionaire dictator and the rules are written in invisible ink. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the Chinese people. I love the Chinese food. It's amazing. I love the culture, rich and ancient and all that good stuff and whatever. But the government, it's a little too Orwellian cosplay. So here's what I say. Screw China. And that's what Donald Trump has said. Screw China, they're kissing our ass. We got no love laws for China in here today, folks. Float those American flags. And let's talk about our friends over at Birch Gold. Birch Gold is I tell you, they're watching this market closely. We talked to Philip the other day. We got these tariffs that are being thrown around, and people are looking at the global economy. It's going into what they say is chaos. Well, yesterday kind of changed the game. But there's a lot of people still with a whole lot of widespread panic of the inflation that's tied to this massive supply chain disruptions. And if there is a lot of tariffs being placed even higher on China, we don't know what's going to happen. But the cool thing is President Trump specifically exempted gold and silver bullion from the tariffs. So while the new policies triggered everybody else, it did not affect the gold and the silver. So if you're concerned about savings, you need to have your savings and your retirement backed by gold and silver. It's a safe haven, has been throughout all of human history. So text DEAR, DEAR, to 989898, and let's get the ball rolling for your future. You will receive a free, no obligation info kit on gold. Learn how gold and silver can be in a tax sheltered account, and they will help you over at Birch Gold convert an existing IRA or 401k into a gold IRA for no money out of pocket. I get gold from Birch. You need to get gold from all God's children need to get their gold from Birch. They got an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and they got thousands upon thousands of 5-star reviews. You can't go wrong. Just text DEAR, DEAR, to 989898 and protected from China. DEAR is the word DEAR to 989898. Get that info kit. Read up on it. Protect your future. Spilled water on my computer yesterday, and it's... I'm going to have to soak it in some Chinese rice to get put it in a bag of dried Chinese rice. Is that stereotypically funny? I think it is. I freaking think it is. Because China. Screw China. Speaking of a guy I'd love to screw China, because China screwed him, I think. Mexican Tony's here.
Huh? What?
I'll tell you. I'll explain it. I'll explain it.
Okay, please do, because I have no idea what you're talking about. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good day. I'm having a fantastic day. Not because I bought the dip and because I made about $10 million yesterday. Not that at all. Just because it was a good day yesterday. Hung out with my family and hung out with the baby. She's getting big. Every time I go to grab her, she just smiles with a big old smile. So that puts a big old smile on my face. Always puts me in a great mood. So
you always have the best perspective, Tony. You got the best perspective.
It's just the things that matter, man. I mean,
stuff that matters.
Money comes and goes, man. You can't take it with you. It's all the memories you can make with your families, man.
Well, I was just thinking about Mexico's rich heritage of, of their food and their culture, their siestas and fiestas and their border crossings. And I was thinking about how part of that culture has been robbed by the Chinese, because suddenly we started having Chinese nationals showing up at the American southern border crossing over from Mexico. And I was like, don't take that from the Mexican. Don't take that from the Mexican. Apparently, they found a wormhole from Beijing to Juarez, and they were crossing over. Don't take that from the Mexican, man. Part of the culture. Speaking of a man who has a whole lot of culture, and when I say that, I mean his milk's done gone sour. He's everybody's favorite redneck. Hot Seat Todd, everybody.
What's going on? Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Let's go ahead and throw that down because, we're going to be talking about a few things. So I'm going to go ahead and get this disclaimer out the way right now. And I will correct you on one thing, Chad. It's called COVID. It's not COVID. It's COVID. All right. So make sure you say that right, my friend.
Let me see that shirt you're wearing. Is that another hot seat shirt? Right
Another hot seat. I am. I'm telling you. Like, I talked to my accountant. I'm like, dude, can I do this? And he said, hey, we'll try it. Why
Might
not?
as well.
Might as well. I mean,
my ex-wife is a consulting fee. I paid her a whole lot of money, and I had to put her down as consult. I mean, she claimed that she was a business partner when she left. She was like, I'm a business partner. I deserve half the business. She never lifted a finger towards the business, but whatever. Yep. I just wrote her off as a consultant. Apparently, she was responsible for it all.
I haven't figured out yet. I haven't figured out what shirt I'm gonna wear on April 19th. When we hook up in Hattiesburg for your dear Gulf of America tour.
Yeah,
I've got a few. I'm thinking.
You're a girl. You're like laid out a wardrobe.
I know. I've got a wardrobe laid out, and I said I'm not sure because I don't know how Chad's gonna treat me when I get there. So I got to be careful.
tight pants.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah. Like I'm showing up in the. I'm gonna go find me some old crisscross pants that are like real baggy. I'm like, see, I told y'all I don't wear those tight pants.
No, dude, you should wear like super tight pants and like some high top Reeboks with like the white socks poking through. I think that'd be the awesome look for you.
I want to talk about some real crisis going on in the world, but before that, I want to talk about something that's even bigger than everything you read in the news, and that is Maggie Moo and her luggage. Her luggage got destroyed by Southwest Airlines, apparently. She tagged them, and then she wants Southwest Airlines put out of business because they ripped the wheel off her luggage. If you see it on her social media,
I haven't
Maggie
seen that.
Moo was losing her freaking mind because she wants Southwest Airlines out of business. Because they ripped the wheel.
That's why you don't buy luggage. You don't pay the extra money for luggage that has wheels on it. Because, if the wheel falls off, guess what? You're back to carrying it.
She texted me last night, and I didn't respond. Because I was like, you know what? I'm not crawling into this lady's nightmare. She texted me, she said, will you retweet this or repost this? And I was like, no. Because you know what? I've set a standard. I've set a standard for hard-hitting information on my platforms, and she's got a picture of her wheel missing off of her roller bag.
That's funny.
You know what?
I don't care who you are.
You can lump Southwest Airlines right in there with China and their human rights violations. Maggie Moo. She filed a claim with them. I see you. Speaking of people who get offended about things, let's talk about people who get offended by things. Anderson Cooper and Bernie Sanders were talking last night. And Anderson, apparently he misgendered. Listen, you can misgender a lot of people. Don't misgender a civil rights attorney.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're wearing your offendedness on your sleeve. Watch how in tune with things Bernie Sanders gets when this transaction happens. Play it.
Paul, we're back with Senator Bernie Sanders. I want to introduce Grace Thomas. She's a local civil rights attorney. She's a Democrat. Grace?
They, them pronouns, actually. Thank you.
Oh.
Good evening, Senator Sanders. Polling and turnout data.
That just
Bernie's like,
look at that face right there. He's like,
dude, it's so funny because whenever they clipped that deal over there on CNN, Bernie sat forward like he was trying to figure out what that gender actually was. I want to see close up. What does a they them look like? Funny. It looks like a bitter woman.
There's only been one, and you know what? I gotta give credit where credit is due because I can't believe I haven't thought of this. But Spartacus made a good point last week on my show when he said there's only been one thing in human history that has called themselves they them, and that is demons in the Bible. I'm like, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
I mean, are you really going to go out there and try to put somebody? You're a woman. You are a female. I mean, unless you're a dude dressing up like a female, and then maybe we can be confused or miss it or something, because I'm not really paying that close of attention to you. But you're really going to put your schizophrenia on display like that?
Well, here's my question in regards to this. Okay, listen, if you're a dude and you want to be a girl and you want to be called to her, okay. If you're a girl and want to be called a he, okay. I still have not figured out what the hell binary and non-binary means. Nobody's explained that to me. I need somebody to put the they them stuff in crayon because I don't get that, because that's like they them is supposed to be like two or more people. How in the hell can you be a they them?
Todd, well, at the end of the day, none of that crap is going to matter.
Well, honestly. It doesn't, but I'm just make it make sense.
All these people that want to use their pronouns, they, them, it, whatever, at the end of the day, if you're lying on your deathbed and there's a doctor comes over and tries to save your life, you're not going to freak out on him because he didn't call you a they, them, it, or whatever. He's going to say, hey, I'm here to help you. Here, let me, you got stage 2 cancer. This is what we can do for you, ma'am. I'm sure he's not going to freak out and say, you better call me by my it, they, they're whatever. They're gonna completely lose all that crap and just go with it, man. Go with it.
But she got upset, like Anderson Cooper's supposed to know you identify as a they, them. And by the way, and if somebody says that to me, I was like, okay, well, I want to talk to the other one. I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to the other one.
I honest to God, I think that it was. This is the only explanation that I can come up with is when all of this like LGBT, Elementa P, Alphabet Bandit stuff started happening, somebody somewhere was sitting around and going, okay, how can I confuse them even more?
Yeah.
I got it. They, them. That's what I'm going to do. I'm no longer a he, she. I'm going to be a they, them. You know what?
Well,
I identify as a giraffe. Whatever.
DC 2002 in the chat says, did you see how big she is? She's a they, them because she has to buy multiple seats on the airplane. I love mocking and ridiculing stupid people.
I do.
Oh, I love it so much. Speaking of stupid people, California. Jay Leno was at this.
Wow, that was good. That was really good.
I start manifesting my they thems. There's a smog exemption for classic cars. That's what they're trying to do. Basically, of course, California. I'll tell you guys a funny story. So we showed up. There was a 1947 Bentley at the Blaze one day. We showed up, and Glenn Beck had bought this thing and had it fully restored. He bought it in Europe. And he took 2 years to get the thing restored. It was this amazing race car. And anyway, this thing was sitting out there. And so we were like, how did it get here from Europe? Well, Glenn called Jay on the phone and said, do I fly it? Do I put it on a boat? And Jay was like, you don't want to put it on a boat because it's going to be the salt water is going to get it and it's going to shake around and things going to be moving everywhere. And you don't want to, you restored it. You want to put it on an airplane. So like, that's how much money Glenn Beck has, that he rebuilds a 1947 Bentley in Europe, sight unseen, and then puts it on a freaking airplane and flies it to Irving, Texas. So this is the type of money we're dealing with. Jay Leno's got one heck of a car collection. He's like, I don't think this is a good idea. Play it.
They might think, oh, Jay Leno's at the Capitol, the California state capitol, with so many issues in the nation, so many issues in this state. Why throw your celebrity behind this?
Well, I know having annoying celebrities come to Sacramento. I watch them on TV and have no idea what they're talking about most of the time. But this is a subject I'm interested in. I watched the movie industry get decimated. Everybody moved out of California. They charged so much to film. Everything went to Texas, Georgia, Atlanta. We have the hot rod culture. All the people come here, all the design studios, Toyota, Nissan, everybody, Hyundai, they have design studios in California because this is where the new ideas come from. When Lee Iacocca worked on the early Mustang, he had the horse turn west because that's where the good ideas were. And they're still here. But to see all these ideas leave and go to Texas and all these other places because it's easier to do business, I don't want to see the hot rod or the mechanical interests leave California the way the film business did.
California is going to get rid of anything that's good, anything that's culturally good, anything that's culturally interesting. They're going to screw it over. And that's the reason we show you that, because this is the world we're living in. We're living in a world in which everything that is good, everything that, again, we talk about China. China has eradicated any form of cultural expression. This is what Gavin Newsom, who is a disciple of Xi Jinping, is doing in California. They get rid of any form of cultural expression. They tax it to death. I mean, they tax the air if they could get away with it, and I think they pretty much do. So this is a type deal where you're going to destroy. California is a beautiful state. It's a beautiful state. I'd love to hear what Adam Carolla. I've been to Adam Carolla's garage. I've been on his show numerous times out there in California. He's got Paul Newman's old race car collection. I mean, it's amazing, these guys that are out there. But I'm telling you, man, California, you're just watching suicide in real time.
I'm telling you.
Slow suicide.
Just do me a favor, California, but before you destroy the Bandit, send it down here. I'll take it. I'll take care of that Trans Am. Don't mess that car up. Please don't mess that car up.
They got one of them in the Country Music Hall of Fame up there in Nashville.
Man, that thing is beautiful. That is my car right there, ladies and gentlemen. The Bandit is woo.
The whole West Coast, man. I mean, California, Oregon, Washington. I mean, they seem to just tax the crap out of their taxpayers, and the taxpayers just keep on voting them in.
They keep on doing it.
Well, what's even worse is they get in, because when we went to Arizona and we knocked on doors during the election cycle, like, it blew my mind because the people in California get pissed off that Gavin Newsom passes all these rules and regulations, and then they move to places like Arizona, Texas, Florida, and they still vote blue. Like, make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Yeah, make it make sense. Why in the hell would you escape California just to go ruin another state, you morons? Like, good Lord.
And they want to do it here in Texas, too. They want to do it here in Texas, brother. They do.
Jasmine Crockett.
Michigan. Governor Whitmer, I'd love to hear from you guys in the chat. Yes or no, do you agree with what Trump had to say about Governor Whitmer? Said she's done a good job. I don't know what game this is that Trump is playing, but I can't say that on the surface I agree with this. Play this clip.
Has this gotten into any of the other lakes yet? Because you would think it would be pretty easy because they're all sort of connected. Governor?
It's why we're working so hard to make sure that, we work with the Army Corps and erect a barrier.
Now that's a they them.
That's
So that the Asian carp can't get into Lake Michigan. It'll devastate the ecosystem, the economy, tourism, and it's 20% of the world's fresh waters in the Great Lakes, Mr. President, which is why it's so important that as a nation we protect the pristine waters. Yep.
And, all of a sudden, I assume the lakes are all interconnected, right? Yeah. So at some point they're going to be in the other lakes. And so we're going to work hard on that. I spoke with...
I got nothing.
He went on later on and says, she's done a good job and all this kind of stuff. So he's trying to, I think that Trump does try to reach across. I mean, I've seen that in him. I think he does try to play the best scenario that he can in that. And like I've seen a lot of times there's been a lot of times where I thought Trump should be holding a grudge and he doesn't. But this is a woman who staged her own kidnapping and blamed it on you and me. Blamed it on us, Todd. I blamed it on rednecks. Like these rednecks stormed the Capitol. She staged her own freaking kidnapping and then blamed it on a bunch of rednecks.
Yeah, trust me. I don't want nothing to do with that chick. Like if we kidnapped her, it wouldn't take long to give her back. Did you just see her? Like, I mean, that's legion right there.
Yeah, well,
like,
I fully support. I hope my friend Tudor Dixon is going to run again. She was the Republican candidate against her. I hope she does again. I love Tudor. She's a dear friend, and I hope that she does that again. Backyardbutchers.com/Chad. I want you guys to go over there, use promo code CHAD at checkout, and save 20%. Be automatically applied when you get the steakhouse box. So these are my buddies, Backyard Butchers. They're here in Texas, and they got the farmhouse, the backyard, the steakhouse. They had several deals out there. Tyler and the guys, man, they got this grass-fed, grain-finished beef. You don't have all the crap stuck in there. There's no middlemen. There's no mystery meat. This isn't coming from China. It's not coming from Brazil. You can buy a whole cow. They'll ship it to you, a little bit of the cow every month, man. But these are great steaks. Party Foul Steve just ordered a box yesterday morning. It comes to my house every single month. I love them. You can get free shipping, no extra fees, no surprise charges, no hormones, no antibiotics. It's a shame that we have to talk about it like this. But like, stop right there, Todd, right there. Like, you got the T-bone steaks, you get the ribeyes, which I'm a huge ribeye fan. You get the fillets. I mean, look at that steakhouse box, man. I mean, you get the sirloin. I'm not a huge fan of sirloin, but man, you do it right, it's good meat. And you get the burger patties. It is just some freaking good food. And you don't have the mRNA vaccine put in there. So I always encourage people. I said, fill your freezer up. You can go to one of the stores over here and you can get you a little box freezer for nothing. I mean, you get one for under $200. I mean, you can get you a little box freezer. Plug that sucker up in some free space and fill it up with meat. Put your venison in there that you've killed last season. Put your backyard butchers in there, and you don't have to worry about buying some big giant freezer. Like, I'm going to buy a whole cow or half a steer or something like that. I don't have room for all that meat. They'll send it to you monthly, and you get it over time. But you don't have to do that. You can just buy the box. I mean, you get the steakhouse has 37 meals. The next one's got 32 meals. Then you got 30 different. It depends. I mean, I can eat a lot of steak. Yesterday we made steak for Willie. Willie got home and my shepherd, and we went out there and we had some little steak pieces, and we cooked them on the grill. It's the happiest dog. Yeah, man, my dog eats better than a lot of people do. He deserved a steak, and we cooked his little butt of steak, man. He needs to gain a couple of pounds. He's looking a little lean. His coat's a little diminished, and we're getting him slick again. So we cooked him a steak from Backyard Butchers. Go to backyardbutchers.com/Chad. Use promo code CHAD. I spell it Chad. All right, what do we got? We got Senator Kennedy, John Kennedy, this dude. I saw him when I don't know if you guys know it, but 5 weeks ago today, I was at the White House, and I was at the Oval Office, and the night before we were there, we went to dinner with my friend I won't drop names. Brandon Gill and Anna Paulina Luna and some others. But I saw Kennedy crossing the street. John Kennedy crossing the street. He's all by himself. I was like, somebody's got to protect this national treasure.
I'm telling you, there's two people in politics right now that meeting Trump would be great. Don't get me wrong. I would love the next time Cowboy Chad.
I've been with him a few times. It's
next time you go, I would love to. But if I never meet Trump, I'm cool with that. But I would absolutely love to meet J.D. Vance and Kennedy.
I was there to meet with JD.
Me and John Kennedy together for 15 minutes. Just dude, that show writes itself.
I mean, he's got to sit around thinking. I mean, I know some people who are just quick like that. Todd, you're quick like that. Just coming up with phrases. And I know some people that are good. He is the master of this. Let's play this clip.
He really is.
You guys have seen it, but it's worth playing again.
Absolutely.
This is what he had to say when asked about it.
This is the absolute video. This is the video of the month for me right now. I'm sorry.
What do you think of the new leadership, Jasmine, AOC, and Bernie?
I consider Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez to be the leader of the Democratic Party. She's entitled to her opinion. I'm entitled to mine. As I've said about her before, I think she's the reason there are directions on a shampoo bottle. And our plan for dealing with her...
You didn't plan that out. We got to hurry.
Our plan for dealing with her is called Operation Let Her Speak.
That's it. That's it. And that has been for all of them, whether it's Crockett, AOC, Ilhan Omar, Timothy Waltz, all of them. Just let them talk. They'll bury themselves.
They do. Yeah, and that Jasmine Crockett deal is going to come around to bite her eventually.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
what do you say, Tony?
The sad part about it is that when they're on the ticket, if they're on the ticket, come election time, half the country's going to vote for those idiots.
Yeah, that's the worst part. That is. But you really think about that statement. Like, go grab a random product at Walmart and just look at the warning label. All right, that means somebody's done it.
Someone has
done it.
The silica gel packets, like somebody has eaten those and said this looks delicious. But you got to remember, we live with a generation that decided to eat Tide Pods because they were colorful.
Yeah, and lick toilet seats on airplanes.
Oh.
Hey, let's flip it over to CNN. I love Scott Jennings. He just he's another one that just never fails to deliver. This thing got pretty heated right here.
Yeah.
This Tiffany Cross. Play the clip.
Oh, this woman is such a rooster fish.
And you cannot just go and say, I like it, it's mine now. It doesn't work that way. Well, that is what they're trying to do. And in this new world order, yeah, absolutely. When they're looking at Greenland and say, I like it, I want to take it for mine, that is a very colonizing
you have said you are pro. I have never ever said we're going to go to Greenland and quote colonize it or steal it.
You're not
crazy.
a member of government, so you're irrelevant at that point. I'm talking about the president of the United States doing
that. You got fired from your job.
You can agitate.
Scott, if you want to engage in personal insults, what you lack in a legitimate point, you make up for in personal personal insults. The point I am making is in this new world order, we are looking at countries, whether or not they're an adversary or ally, it is being determined on what kind of deal we can get. And we cannot govern, we cannot legislate that way. We are increasingly isolated on the world stage. No, we're not. So if you want to engage in personal insults, if I were you, I would reserve that for your party, who is increasingly isolated. This our position
outside of the United States.
You know what word there's a bunch of words I'm sick of hearing, but one word I'm sick of hearing from the left is colonizer.
Yeah.
I'm really sick of hearing that word. Like, do y'all even know like how it works? Like I miss the old days where you go to war with somebody, you beat them, you take their stuff. You know, it's yours now. That's not colonizing. That's we're better than you. You know, I mean, why are we continuing to use this word? Nobody's trying to colonize Greenland. Nobody's trying to colonize Canada. No, we're trying to look out for America's best interest. And then if that is making Greenland a part of the United States, so be it. I'm for it. If it's making Canada the 51st state, I'm for it.
Todd, let me make a statement here, and I want you to correct me if I'm wrong here.
Okay.
I want you to qualify this as a military guy.
Gotcha.
So the government, the American government may not be true of them, but the American soldier, unlike most soldiers around the world with other countries that seek to oppress people they conquer. The American soldier, their attitude is to liberate.
Correct.
I mean, we went into Kuwait to liberate, right? We went
Correct.
into Afghanistan. We did, Iraq. All of this was to liberate. And so this idea that we're just out there trying to conquer lands, am I wrong on that?
No, you're absolutely right. And let's be honest about something here. If we wanted to conquer, we could. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, with the Navy, the Air Force, the Army, and let's not forget about the Marines, the crayon eaters, because they will go fight anything for any reason. You don't have to give them a reason.
Yeah.
If we wanted to be colonizers, we could be, but we're not. I mean, we're not. Whether you agree with it or not, and I will be the first to tell you, as a retiree, I did not and still do not agree with the entire GWAT, the Global War on Terrorism from 2003 to here just a few years ago. After 9/11 happened, we should have smoked Afghanistan, rid the world of the entire Taliban, and just went off the planet. But Iraq, no. But we tried to liberate those people. Did it work? Hell no. It's that country, Afghanistan, Iraq, is just as bad as it was before we got there.
There are people who have only been dominated throughout all of human history, and all they know is to be dominated, and they're looking for the next person to dominate them. You'll always have that. But, I mean, to my point, Putin didn't go into Ukraine to liberate Ukraine.
Exactly. He went to conquer.
Yeah.
Correct.
So, anyway.
So what's this reporter's name or newscaster's name that went after Scott Jennings?
Tiffany Cross.
Tiffany
Cross. Yeah, the whole thing for me just seems very hypocritical, because I mean she says things like, we see Greenland and we like it and we want it. Isn't that just so the hypocrisy there when they're supporting groups like trans people who are men going after saying, "Ooh, look, she's a woman. I want that. I want to be a woman as well." And they take the respect from women, or they're supporting groups like Black Lives Matter. God made us all equal, and He made life precious, and yet they focus on just Black lives instead of saying all lives matter. I mean, it's just they pick and choose what they want to pick out that fits their agenda, instead of just saying, "Hey, you know what? I see what you're doing. I see. I don't agree with what the administration is doing, but they go at the Republican Party saying that don't do as we say and not as we do." So it's just so. The hypocrisy is always just blows my mind how they go at it and they spin it to fit their agenda.
Yeah. No, it's all just virtue signaling. That's all it is. I mean, they're just pandering. That's it. I mean, that's it.
And I hope you guys, as a culture, as a world, as a society, as a nation, are ready for more of the hood radish thug language, like Tiffany Cross was just trying to speak in, and Jasmine Crockett is trying, because that's, just mark my word, that's becoming a thing. Like, they're trying to normalize that type of that deal. Because, again, remember, if you can control the language, you control the culture. That's why you're going to see more of that incorporated in people who are in the news media, as well as people who are in holding places of office. You're going to see more hood radishness. Now, you're like, why are you stirring the pot? Because it's there. Tim Walz. And I have no mercy anymore for this ignorance. I have no mercy anymore. I mean, I just got an overdue, illegal, what's the phrase right here? Unpaid balance. It's a toll violation notice. For what? For $6.69. I'm like, I have a freaking sticker on the truck. Why didn't you? Because we're not in China. We don't have the sophisticated. Can't read the China. Can't read the sticker. Tim Walz was meeting with, I guess, a group of military veterans in Minnesota. They were having
American Legion. None of it.
Play this clip. Timmy Walz. Tampon Tim.
Welcome to the Capitol. It's great that you're here. Sir, you're welcome to come. Let me finish. Let me finish.
They're having at it, man. Shutting him down. Turnabout is fair play, Timmy Walz.
Oh, hey, there's some passion in the building.
Yeah, telling him to shut his mouth, calling him a coward. I mean, and for those of you who don't know, all right, because this is near and dear to my heart right here. This dude is a piece of trash. Man, there's so much I could say about this guy. This guy was a senior NCO, a senior non-commissioned officer in the National Guard, and found out because the higher leadership, when it comes to the Guard in every state, the higher leadership finds out first when their unit is getting deployed. They get alert orders, warnos come out, things like that. And as soon as his unit got a warning order, he retired. He's like, nope. And I'm sorry, you're a senior enlisted personnel. It's your responsibility to be there for your younger soldiers. And this dude abandoned his unit. He abandoned his soldiers. I have no respect for this man. And finally, this piece of trash got what he deserved by real veterans who put their lives on the line for the country when the country asked them to. So screw this guy.
Screw that guy. Along with China. I mean, he spent a lot of time in China, Tampon Tim. He did. He spent a lot of time in China. 28 trips to China. All right, speaking of China, Trump announced a 90-day pause on the reciprocal tariffs down to 10%. The market went nuts. Historic day yesterday. I hope you guys. But he took the tariffs on China up to 125%. I love what Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank said. Take it up to 400.
400. Yeah.
Take it up to 400. But Trump did it, and it worked. And I think people are like, everybody on X was going, Trump caved. Y'all are so stupid. The man literally wrote a book on how to do this called Art of the Deal. Like he said yesterday morning on his socials, buy, B-U-Y, buy.
Yeah, buy now. And I love how all of the left epitard influencers and AOC and all of them are like, we're investigating Donald Trump for insider trading because of blah, 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 blah. Like, you do realize that there's literally an app where you can follow Nancy Pelosi and it will trade stocks for you when she trades stocks? I think y'all need to sit this one out. Like, y'all need to go sit down and be quiet.
Well, I don't think we have this clip, and I don't want to play it, but Adam Schiff just got himself caught in a mousetrap yesterday because he came out and said he's going to launch an investigation to see if there was insider trading being done, who profited off of this inside the White House. Now, if you're really going to pursue that, brother, then we're going to take a look at you. We're going to take a look at Bernie. We're going to take a look at Nancy. We're going to take a look at, I think Dan Crenshaw needs to be lumped into that thing. There's a lot of these guys who went to Washington, D.C. with nothing and, $174,000 a year salary, and now they're pocketing, $20 million. Play this clip. I mean, Adam, he just stuck his foot in a trap, and I'm not sure pencil neck. I don't know if there's enough blood getting up that long pencil giraffe neck to get into that brain to help him think.
That is an olive on a toothpick right there. Man.
Gosh, man, I miss martinis, man. And this one makes me want a dirty one.
With this market fluctuation, and are you concerned that there could be members of the White House that are benefiting from it?
Absolutely. I'm writing to the White House to demand who knew in advance that the president was going to once again flip-flop on tariffs, and are people cashing in? There is just all too much opportunity for people in the White House and the administration to be insider trading, and you can't put it past them for a minute. So we're going to try to find out.
All right, stop it right there. So do it,
please.
Because here's the thing: do it, Adam. You pinhead. Why is this guy even breathing free air? He should be in a penitentiary somewhere. I mean, he really should be for a lot of reasons.
He definitely needs to go ease up on them cheek implants, bro. Mean, I'm serious. You starting to look like that baby that's advertised on the skincare stuff. Them cheeks are getting a little thick.
He's the second most punchable face in Washington D.C.
Here's the thing. I mean, I hope you guys know that I was over exaggerating when I said I made $10 million off of the stock market.
That's not true. I saw your bank account yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, it's just common sense. I mean, obviously, when things the stock market's always it's a roller coaster all the time. There's always some risks involved when you invest in stocks and bonds. And all stuff. Everybody knows that, but it's if you have the cojones to pull the trigger and get some. If you have a little money put aside, and that's what I did. I had a little bit of money put aside. And I said, my financial advisor called me up and he said, hey, right now, you told me whenever there's a dip in the market, we think it's going to bounce back. Right now it's a good time to do it. So I did it. It wasn't because any insider trading. It wasn't because President Trump said buy. It's just common sense knowledge that the stock market is not going anywhere. I mean, it's always got its ups and downs, but right now was a good time to buy, and that's what I did. And the fact that Schiff comes out and he's like, oh, insider trading. I mean, don't be stupid. It's common sense. Everybody knows when there's a dip, you buy. I mean, and it's just whether or not you have the money to do it or not. Plain and simple.
Yeah. And
well, I'm looking at it.
Trump made millions. I hope he does. I hope he did.
I'm looking at it right now. We're got a little bit of dip going on right now. The Dow's down about 880, I think. I just got off of it. The Dow is down 863 right now. NASDAQ's down 518. Again, and don't forget, folks, we've been reminded ad nauseum, the stock market isn't the economy. It's two different things. And the Biden administration told us over and over again that the president doesn't have anything to do with all of that. They do. And so, I'm looking at, trust me, I'm a trader. I like to look. I'm always watching, checking things out. And you're right, Tony. I mean, it wasn't insider trading. It was outsider trading. The man literally yesterday morning told the whole world to go buy.
Yeah.
I mean,
everybody.
He told the whole world to go buy. So get it, Shifty Schiff. Get out there and find you some, son. I hope you get a fistful of it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Trump announced the breakdown of Trump's announcement of the stock market, and then this whole thing is just fascinating to watch. And I don't think we're done. I mean, I'd say buy the dip today too if you're out there. We are not giving stock market recommendations.
No, that's.
As a disclaimer.
I didn't say a word.
This is not
telling you to buy nothing.
I mean, what's the difference when President Trump told everybody to buy when the administration, being whatever time it is, when there's wartime going on, and he's like, buy war bonds, to help support the war. Right. I mean, what's the difference? I mean, if they're not your financial advisor, they're just suggesting, hey, you know what? There's a good thing for you. You want to do it? Do it.
But I mean, $5.5 trillion in a matter of like 10 minutes pumped into the market. Let's jump down to. We could talk about the hypocrisy of Schumer and Pelosi. We've all looked at that kind of stuff. We got to move a little bit quicker. But Chuck Schumer, talking about the markets, talks about the Trump slump. You got that one, Todd?
Yeah, I got it right here. This is your post, right?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, I got it, baby. Right here.
Yeah. Oh, I heard wrong. I'm sorry. You're going to play the stock market, yeah?
So look, you can't undo the damage. The Trump slump is upon us now. And whatever he will try to do in the future does not undo the damage.
I mean, just look at hold on. I just want to watch him walk to the podium. That's Quasimodo right there.
You can't undo the damage. The Trump slump.
Man, this dude's a turd. God, he sucks at life. He really does.
I don't get how people would even look at this guy and just take him seriously. Remember, these are the people that told you that Bidenomics was working when we were all paying freaking $10 a freaking 18 pack of eggs. I mean, are you serious? Why would anybody listen to these freaking idiots?
I'm sick of all of them, dude. Yeah. Sick of all of them. Remember what Jen Psaki had to say about the whole deal? Remember circle back Psaki, peppermint patty?
Because we do. Yeah, we do.
Remember this, guys? Just when your libo aunt and uncle want to chime in on Facebook, you share this with them.
Yeah, Chucky's mom right here.
On the markets, does the president think it's a big deal that today the Dow Jones is down at one point more than 1,100 points?
Well, to start with, we focus on the trends in the economy, not any one day and any single indicator. Unlike his predecessor, the president does not look at the stock market as a means by which to judge the economy.
Funny how that works, ain't it?
Yeah, this is amazing. But when it's Trump in the office, they call it the Trump slump. We're in the Trump slump.
Well, some people made millions yesterday.
Millions.
I'm digging my portfolio to whatever. I mean, I trade during the day, baby. I see what's up. I see that thing pop up, and I'm like, we're gonna go ahead and take them gains. Call the CPA.
Yeah, which I'm fine with. But the next peckerwood that we're gonna talk about, listen. Pick a side. Yeah, pick a
He's such
freaking
a
side.
putz, dude.
Like when the economy's down, like if you're a leftist, be a leftist. If you're a conservative, be a conservative. But you can't complain about the economy one day and the administration, and the next day when it goes up, go, I love this president. Dude, I freaking hate this guy, man.
Yeah,
Like,
Dave Portnoy with Barstool, like he basically runs whichever way the wind's blowing.
Exactly.
And so I've never sat there and said, maybe I can vote for the Democrats this go around. I mean, I vote on moral issues more than the economy. I understand most people vote on the economy, but here's what he had to say about
he's
voting.
a Michigan fan. What do you expect?
Not a lot.
Could you see yourself supporting Democrats?
Yeah, absolutely. One thing about me, which drives me crazy, I vote for Trump. I support him. I was never like some crazy MAGA guy. Like I look at each candidate and I choose who I like. I think the left and a lot of even what they did with, I want to say, hiding Biden's mental state and not having a primary really drove me to the right. So I am not somebody who would just strictly vote based on Republican or Democrat. I vote on the people running, how I think they speak to me, the issues that are important to me. But yes, I will vote how I feel is the best interest of what I believe in.
Go eat a pizza, Dave.
Yeah,
Everybody
for
knows
real,
the rules.
bro.
One bite.
Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing.
And
then like
is
20.
that the guy that does those pizza things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the owner of Barstool. And then literally 24 hours later, this pecker would, I swear.
Wearing a Red Sox
I'm
hat.
up 8.2 million today.
God.
That's like Jim Cramer with whatever on barking about how we're about to have another thing worse than the Black Monday, and it's going to be the worst day in the stock market history. And then yesterday he was like, I hope everybody wrote it out.
Dude, I like once
these
he
guys
said,
are clowns.
Like I just, God, I'd scissor kick right to the throat the second.
I mean, I think he won $3 million on a national championship when Michigan won, right?
Yeah, he did. When Michigan beat Bama, yeah. He has a problem. He needs to go to Gamblers Anonymous.
Well, let me hold on to that money there, Dave.
For real. Let me hold $1.
Yeah. Anyway, these people. I just don't understand the flip-floppers. I'm with you on that, Todd.
I don't get it.
Here's a fun meme. Let's have fun. Let's finish out the next few minutes. If you want to jump in the Super Chats, do that. We're going to have fun for the next few minutes. And jump in the Super Chats. $5 gets read on air. We'd love to answer your questions, talk to you a little bit. Make sure you click that like down there. Boy, we got some big news coming in the Dear America world. It's coming up soon. Coming up in a matter of weeks. But we want to have some fun with you today. So I did not see this until you showed me this a little while ago, Todd. This is pretty good, man. Crank the volume. Let's see.
It's up, baby.
People are creative, dude.
They really are.
Watch this.
Slap Jesus. He's got that nickname for a reason. Slap Jesus doesn't mess around.
Get him out of here.
No coach.
In the shadows of the net, the memes are evolving.
Winnie the Pooh.
Oh yeah.
Wow, dude.
Oh, yeah, and I'm sorry. We've got a lot of funny clips left.
Let me show you. This is Tony in the future. This is Tony 30 years from now.
Dude.
This might be my favorite one out of all of them. This is great.
Play it. What is happening here?
That dude's like 137 years old.
What is?
Absolutely. I'd be like,
I mean, that's in Vegas. I'm sitting there going, what did he just do in Vegas?
And knows every word. Like, I mean, dude knows every word.
That guy's an OG right there, man.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, he slaps, dude. I'm telling you.
I would roll with that guy any day of the week, man. I'd be like, roll down your window, man. Just lean out, man. You good.
I wish I had that kind of energy. Like it's sort of kind of, if you just glance, it's like Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders. I'm a menace, a dentist, an oral hygienist. Open your mouth for about 4 or 5 minutes. Take a little bit of this fluoride rinse. Swish it, don't spit it. Yeah, me and Nate, D-double G, looking for a cup of beat.
The only thing that was missing.
Party. Gonna get it started. Let's get retarded.
Oh
The only thing that was missing was the pink hat. That was the only thing that was missing.
Everybody in the club, bottle full of bub. Now, here's some reels we haven't seen.
Yeah, we have not. The next 5 reels, none of us have seen.
We
so
haven't
this
seen
is
these. Mr. Producer Dave Medina threw these in for us, so he's throwing us a little surprise.
I have no idea what this is.
You're watching it with us, folks. Here we go.
Shh, 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 shh. It's okay. It's okay. Let it happen.
Says when the Zoom call is ending and your coworker starts to ask one more question. Give them a little chloroform.
Yeah, absolutely. and you can put this in perspective here for all of my veterans in there. When you have that day, 1 day per year, that's death by PowerPoint. And like you're at the 2-hour mark of the suicide prevention brief, and the freaking E4 stands up and like, yeah, I have a question. Oh God, that's the most hated man in the unit right there.
I can remember back when I was working for a Fortune 500 company, and we were in a sales thing, and we'd get in these sales meetings every Monday morning, and you'd have to have these sales managers who've never sold anything in their life, and you got guys like me who can sell anything, and I was like, and then you always had that one person. That one salesperson that wanted to show out in the team, and they had to keep asking that one more question. And it's like, stop asking this fool. Call me privately. I'll help you.
Yeah, exactly.
What's next? When you finally get a match on Tinder, but it's a 600-pound unit. Yeah.
In time, nothing happens. Oh, there you go. Then finally, a take. And this time, it's big.
Yeah, this is heavy fish.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Got a big one. He's out there fishing.
I miss that guy. What happened to that guy, the River Monsters guy?
He's still out there.
Is he?
He's still, dude, I'm telling you, I like to be on the water or by the water, but I'm not getting in the water. There's too many creepy things living in there, dude.
No, sir.
What's DJT got to say here?
I have no idea.
What does it say right there?
A spoonful of tariffs. I haven't seen this one.
Spoonful of tariffs makes the stock market go down.
Yes.
The stock market go down.
Yeah.
The stock market go down. A spoonful of tariffs makes the stock market go down in the most delightful way.
Wow.
A spoonful.
Now, whoever made that, you have my respect.
Wow.
That was good. That was good. I like it.
People always told me, like, you got too much time on your hands. I made a career out of that type of stuff, of having too much time on my hands. But that is when you got a lot of time on your hands.
Yes,
I was about to say, people, you guys have way too much time on your hands.
Too much time.
Solid.
Good on you, man. That's awesome. But I wouldn't have the patience to
way.
do anything like that.
No way. Throw a little dancing DJT in there. Little spoonful of tariffs makes the stock market go down. Go down.
Great.
What's next? What we got? What did it say?
Here we go. When you're in a meeting with HR because you nicknamed your coworker Tariff for costing the company more than they're worth. Yeah, this is me right here.
Chunk them.
Oh my goodness.
How to handle a visitor. I wish I could see.
How to handle a visitor that asks you to put your dog away when they visit. Okay.
This is for you, Chad.
Yeah.
Again, we're here. Very quick, very effective.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's his name? Who's that? That was the
Looks
MMA
like Shane
fighter.
Gillis.
Yeah.
No, who's that? Oh,
break the wrist, walk away. Break the wrist, walk away. Rex Kwando.
Rex Kwando.
Ow. Yeah. You pinched my neck meat.
Well, that's all of them, boys.
That's all of them. That was fun. Tuesday night, we're going to pull some bangers out. We're going to get some real funny reels. We're collecting them. I always tell Party Foul Steve, I'm like, Steve, do you have anything to contribute to the show, like in the afternoon or whatever? He's like, well, I'm looking. And then it's time to start the show. And he's like, I just couldn't find anything. And I was like, bro, like that's literally our job. That's what we do. We go out and find stuff for the show. Well, I couldn't find anything. You're going to have to show me where to go look. You're fired. As Donald Trump says, you're fired.
I believe that was Don Fry.
There you go. UFC. Yep.
See, you guys know more about that world than I know.
I'm smelling what you're stepping in.
Yeah. No, my
Oh
dogs.
my God!
There you go.
My dogs. This is their house. I'm just in it. Last night, Willie, 100 pounds. He sleeps. He's got his little blanket down there at the foot of the bed. I got down. I had to get up at pee at 2:00 in the morning. That's what I do. And I came back and I just laid right down there on the floor with Willie. We just snuggled for a little while. He snuggled me back. Come here, Willie. Where you at? Come here. All right, we got to get out of here. We got to pray, and we will
answer your super questions.
Answer the super questions. Who's feeling the anointment today?
Tony, it's your turn.
That's what I felt. I felt that. It was Tony. Let's pray, y'all.
Tony made $10 million yesterday. You got to pray it.
Oh, all right.
Lay some of that blessing on us, Tony.
Yeah, for real.
Come on, Daddy.
Father, thank you so much for another blessed day that we are able to wake up and experience the wonders that you give to our lives. Thank you for these gentlemen here that I'm able to get up with and do the show with. Thank you for all the viewers on the show. Thank you for everybody rewatching the show, everybody listening. Thank you for all the blessings you give all of us, for all of our families, our friends. Please keep all the people for the weekend safe and blessed. And more than anything, we are your humble servants, and whatever you ask of us, we will try to do with an open heart and a brave heart, because we know there are a lot of things out there that are coming that only you know the plan of, and we will try to do the best we can in the best abilities with an open heart. And I pray to you this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. All right, guys. $5 gets you in a super chat, and all that money goes to Graham Allen.
All of it. All of it. From the good Trent, to explain on yesterday's comment, -15 is nice weather because everything is clean. No mud, no mosquitoes, no rain, and the Grizzlies aren't out of hibernation yet. It's the best time of year here. I get it, but it's still -15. Still -15. That's
-15, dude.
That's cold. Man's not made for that. We're not built for that.
It's like when the weatherman says it's 20 degrees, but it feels like 3. And it's freaking 3.
3, exactly. But the real temp is no. Yeah. Todd Hub fan. Todd, at first, I thought Punisher was a family member of yours until I heard his breathing on the phone call last night on your show. I now believe Punisher is Big Mike, 98% sure now. Yeah. So, for those of you who don't know, Punisher is he's a good troll. He's not a bad troll, but I'm pretty sure that
one of the best trolls.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know he knows me. I know he's from here, and he did call the show last night. If you didn't see, because the chat was calling him out, and literally answered the phone, and all he did was breathe for about 3 seconds and hung up. I thought it was hilarious. It was good. It was good.
Punisher's awesome.
Michelle Lee, I don't know how to say that. Those that use they, them are acknowledging they have multiple personality disorder. Agree. That's the only thing I can come. Hey, Willie. Yeah, well, this is a pretty cool name. From the Tiger Lily. Question for Chad. Would you ever consider doing comedy shows at military bases? I'd love to attend a show next year when I'm stateside again.
Yeah, and we have. I've done it. I say it like I'm a they, them, or schizophrenic. We've done bases. We've done a lot of stuff. We've done. I did a lot of DOD. We went overseas, did some stuff as well. I'll to answer your question. I'll do a show anywhere they want me. They'll do it. We'll do it. We'll show up, including Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and New Orleans next week.
April 19th, folks. April 19th. If you are in Mississippi, come on.
I'm in Conroe tomorrow night, Texas, and then in Arlington, Texas, Saturday night. Those are music shows. We're doing straight up comedy, Gulf of America tour.
Mississippi.
Next week.
Yep.
New Orleans and Hattiesburg. Let's go.
From Quinn, the left needs to figure out that, honestly, we need no one. They need us. Yeah.
I think Willie went behind my set back there. I think he's going to find him a place to go lift a leg. Come here, Willie. Get your butt back out here. Would you go back there
that's
marking
good.
things up?
Simply Kabul. That's Chad when he's 97 years old, rapping in the front seat.
Telling you.
It's coming. It's coming. OCU. Hey, Todd, Michigan may have to vacate that title due to the upcoming investigation. Roll Tide. That's you right. You right. That is.
What's the investigation?
Recruiting violations. A lot of violations there, and tampering, all kind of stuff. That wouldn't surprise me. Harbaugh.
What's his name?
Yeah.
Harbaugh was there? Yeah.
That's why Harbaugh left. Piece of shit. Appetizer. Prayers, please. Friday appointment with oncologist and hematologist. Got immediate appointment after the last doctor. They begged me to come in. Just prayers. I know God has this, but human me is freaked. Absolutely. Prayers. For sure. Prayers. From Falotter91. Todd, my wife listened to your church broadcast a couple weeks back, and after she did, she came to me teary-eyed because the message preached is exactly what she needed to hear. So God bless. That's amazing. And that's why I do it. Every Sunday morning, I broadcast on my channel, my home church's service at 9:30 God's time. NZAB, Todd, with Portnoy, isn't that what you say people should do? Don't just vote party into what they believe. And he said he was never a MAGA guy. He didn't like what the Dems were doing. I of course I do. I say first and foremost, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a conservative. I'm not a liberal. I'm none of that. I vote what I think is best. I vote common sense, and I vote Bible. My problem with what Portnoy did was you bashing Trump and bashing the Republicans and bashing what the administration is doing one day and then praising them the next. Like, you're either on board or you're not. Now, he did say he voted for Trump because the libs were epitards, which I'm great, but you can't just keep jumping fences like that, okay? It's like literally the equivalent of being an Alabama fan one day and then an Auburn fan the next. Like, no, I'm sorry. That don't work like that. You pick a side. Go with it. Alicia Victoria, have a great weekend, gentlemen. Something clicked as I did my devotion this morning as we approach our first Holy Sunday. Remember to keep close to our Savior as the one enemy tries to trip us up. Amen, sister girl.
Mm-hmm. Amen to that.
Jay Elizabeth, can you guys please keep my fiance in your thoughts and prayers? He's type 1 diabetic and has begun having issues lately. Plus, his worst workplace is giving him hell over it.
Yeah, I just responded to that. I put my email in the chat there. Email me. I'm also a type 1 diabetic. I might be able to give you some info on that.
There you go. But prayers. Sheila May, please pray for Adam Jensen's family. 2 years ago, he lost his father-in-law. He was trying to post this. Absolutely. Prayers to Adam. Hopefully. Oof, that's tough. Agony beside me. Chad, when you coming to Arizona?
Got to get back to Arizona. Just need to get a venue that'll work with us. COVID changed a lot of the game for everybody because a lot of people that were running live music venues left or live comedy venues left, and so it changed management and changed buyers and all. It's a complicated thing. So need to get back.
I agree. You did.
Been too long.
Teaser at J Elizabeth, please find the Lost Home Apothecary book on Amazon. Best book ever. It has help for that. Table of contents is picks. You won't be sorry. Well, there you go. Folks helping folks. I like it. It. Lacey Green, Willie is so dang cute. I have an Australian Shepherd. She is the best dog. I will never have another breed.
You got to go outside here in a minute. I can tell he's wandering.
He's wandering
getting
around.
More attention than we are.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Well, that's all of them, folks.
Well, I hope you're happy, Graham.
Wait, we got another one. Hang on.
Central Florida, Tampa area.
Matthew cussing.
We come every December to Wesley Chapel. We come. Royce was with me last December. We come to Side Splitters, Wesley Chapel. 2 nights.
There you go. That's it.
Yeah. All right. Well, good times, boys. Watch Chad.com is where all the fun stuff is. If you guys want to get out and about, I'm in Texas this week, and then we're in Louisiana, Mississippi next week.
You got more super questions.
Here we go. Sheila May, I'm recovering fine from surgery. Thanks for the prayers after having my gallbladder removed. Knees. I believe God taking me to heaven one body part at a time. I like that.
That's
hey, look, my hip is there with your parts. My hip's there with your gallbladder, I promise, and so is my shoulder. Striker J, big one. What is this? I hear about Candace Owens saying that RFK Jr. is being blackmailed right now because of his sexual escapades. Love you guys, and I hope you have an amazing weekend. Stay blessed. I don't know.
I don't know either. I haven't heard about
Candace,
it.
I haven't heard
Candace
that one.
is all over the map right now.
Yeah, she's everywhere. She hates everyone today.
See something else.
And that is the last one for now.
I will tell everybody, May 3rd, I got an interesting thing. We're going to be doing a deal celebrating God, family, and country out at the His Glory Ranch in Mount Pleasant, Texas, out in the middle of nowhere, dude. They built this incredible outdoor venue. Lara Logan's going to come out. She's going to MC the day. We're going to do music. We're going to do a little comedy. We're going to have a good time. So if you guys are in East Texas, make the trek up there and check us out in Mount Pleasant.
Cool. That's
little praise and worship time, too.
Like it. I like it. And don't forget, in the hot seat, 3 o'clock today, come hang out. I have no idea what we're going to talk about. We might just have fun and answer calls. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll
and
see.
jump on mine. We're going to, at 2-1 Central, I'm doing a Chad's Church today. I want to talk to you guys about how to get rich in 24 hours. Seriously. I'm going to tell you how to get rich in 24 hours. And this is one you don't want to miss.
Nice.
Don't want to miss. You want to share it with everybody in your family.
Dang. Well, that's
and
it,
no,
folks.
it ain't about make wellness, although you need to be on my team. But I'm legitimately, seriously going to tell you how to get rich in 24 hours.
Oh, man.
Maybe less.
I might have to skip MASH for that.
Yeah, maybe even less. It's going to be good.
Nice.
It's going to be good. But you do need to join our Make Wellness teams.
You do. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, boys, let's get out of here, man. I love you guys so much, man. And I'm talking to you and Todd and Tony. I love you, boys. And I love everybody else in the chat. Make sure before you get out of here, you click that like button down there. We're at 718. I'd love to push it over 1,000 because you know what? Y'all don't understand, but Graham calls us from Washington, D.C., and he verbally flogs us. He's like, the show's just not the same. The show's not the same without me on it.
Oh my God!
That's what we have to hear from Graham, and then he sends us a 5-minute audio recording of going, anyway. Moving on. He verbally flogs us if we don't get the likes, people. So please, he's sort of like a little Xi Jinping with tattoos and a mohawk.
That's hilarious.
And a cute family.
Oh, there you go.
All right, boys. Tony, any final words, my brother? Oh, we got another one in there real quick.
Tomorrow's my birthday, and I want to know if Chad is single.
What you going to do about it if I am?
You know he's not single. He's got Willie. He literally has Willie right next to him.
You want me to show up and pop out of a cake or something like that?
There it is.
What you going to do about it?
Oh, I don't.
She wants you to pop out of a cake with one of those socks just covering your.
That's a big sock.
Oh my God!
There ain't nothing in it, but yeah.
Okay.
All right, Tony.
You know what, everybody? All jokes aside, thank you guys for supporting us. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. It's always a great time here when we get to hang out with Chad and Todd and all the rest of you guys. I love chatting with you guys on the live chat. You guys make the week and make the days go by really well, just knowing that there's like-minded people out there and we're all in this together and being a family. So you guys have a great weekend and be blessed and be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier today, Todd, before you jumped on, I said, man, I don't sleep through the night. I gotta work on that a little bit. But Tony was like, you know what I do, man? I just thank God that He's in control, and I just tune my mind out. I don't worry about anything going on in the world, and I sleep like a baby all night long. And I was like, you know what, Tony? Screw you.
I'm telling you, it's like
I just let God take over, and I just I don't worry about it. And I just
he is my Mexican Yoda.
I'm telling you, dude.
I
He's
sleep like a baby, dude.
He's Yoda with a sombrero.
All right, Todd, tell them bye, buddy.
I'm it. I'll see y'all at 3. Love you, miss you, mean it. It's on you guys. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, I love you guys too. Pray for Graham, pray for Royce. They're saving the world. We're down here running our mouth. We appreciate y'all so much. Thanks for making us a part of your morning routine. We got a lot of things coming up in the days ahead that we can't wait to announce to you. It's going to be good. It's going to be good for you. It's going to be good for everybody involved in the Dear America family. Click that like, click that share, click that subscribe. You have a platform, and it is worth putting the truth out there on your platform, and we appreciate your voice. Thank you. God bless you, and I'll talk to you this afternoon. Till then,